Hello and welcome. This is Transport Fever2 and this is our MegaCity Ulster. And we are back into what can only be described the complete chaos of traffic in this city. So I don't know if you were here in episode 1 where I sort of introduced the city to everyone, this massive place. And we tried to tackle some of the problems, the main one being traffic. We were, I don't know if we could even call it successful. Let's just say we tried, and it remains to be seen if what we have done is going to make any difference. For the time being, as you can see here on this one main road, nothing has changed. It's just one massive queue all the way across the river. So what are we going to do today? I thought that today we should concentrate on this part of the city. The reason being that this is the area with the least amount of public transport. There's almost nothing going on here. And I feel like that we should build some bus and tram lines that connect here, this part with this part, and then maybe going across. And so just interconnect this entire part of the city. I want to achieve, my goal is to achieve that every single building is within walking distance of either a bus or tram station, and that is a big network that connects everything all together. So that this part of the city within itself should be running smoothly, hopefully. The bottleneck, as we know, is the crossing across the river. All the bridges are just at capacity. So that is something we then have to tackle somehow. But today we'll concentrate on this. Now, in order to put down some tram lines and bus lines, we need to do something about the roads. So we're going to widen them. We're going to put in some bus lanes and obviously some tracks. We're going to do that first, build a whole, network of nice big roads that span the whole city. And then once we've done that, we think about how we're gonna set this all up. Okay, let's jump into a time lapse, because I think watching someone, just putting down roads is rather boring. And then I'll be back after that. Okay, so here we are. So all the blue roads here are the ones we've just upgraded. We do have some lines running here already, so there's no point in fiddling with those roads. So now what we need to think about is how we are going to organize this. So we have a tram line that is coming across here and running around here. If we go into the line view, so that would be one point where we could slot into this particular network. We could create a tram line running down here, coming up here, I suppose, out here, and then maybe running through here, connecting to this tram line here, and then coming back down and come down here. So this would be a big circle that would encompass large parts of this part of the city. And then I would go for bus lines for the, lower density areas. So up here, this could all be covered by bus, and maybe out here, something like that. I'm not quite sure yet how we're going to do it. For the time being, let's just put down lots of bus stops because they can be used by both trams and buses, and then see how we can connect them. Let's go to buildings, bus stop. And the only thing I'm wondering is if it would be worth going for some kind of a transport hub, so to speak. Let's have a look quickly. Is there a place where lots of lines meet here? So in this area, we have, this part of the town, a lot of lines come together. So what if we knock all this down and put a transport hub here? We move these stations to here and have this like as a meeting point of a lot of lines. I think this could work out really well. Let's try that. The game is paused anyway. It's, let's try that. It's obviously not the best in terms of citizens. Gonna destroy a lot of stuff. But I think it's gonna be worth it. So let's think about this. I hope this is a big enough area. It should be. It should be. So the first thing we need to do then here is to upgrade this road. And then this is what I'm after. Let's have a look. So we could then, not possible. Something like this. I think that would look really nice. Can we get it closer? Oh, because of the stops here. That's a no. And then let's try again. So the question is, can we connect all of this like so? Yes, we can, by the looks of it. Okay, another one here. And maybe another one here. Okay. So let's first of all deal with that one line that we've now disrupted, which is these two, the purple and the green. So tram line 5 and yeah. So in theory, if we put another stop in here, it should do it automatically. Go to buildings. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. So let's think about this. I think what we'll do for the time being, just put down stops here and everywhere. And then we need to find a way to make this all look a bit nicer, because at the moment it looks a bit bland and not all that great. But for the time being, we concentrate more on the traffic side of things. So this is going to be our hub. Do we have another line? Yeah, we have this line here. So what I would say is we delete, how shall we do this? Let's delete those two stops. And then let's see. That has screwed up things a bit. So stop 7 is here. And stop 6 is here. So we go from 5. So all we need to do is get rid of stop 6, I believe. Then that's that. 5 Bravo. We get rid of stop 6. So that's that sorted. Then we have tram line 2. Where's the problem? Oh, it's this one here, isn't it? Yeah. So number 9 is missing. So let's get rid of that. And let's, after Church Lane, let's put in this one here. Okay. We don't actually need Church Lane to think about it. It's not necessary anymore. And then the black line, same story. We can get rid of Park Road. We can get rid of Church Lane. And so after, where is it coming from? Mill Lane. After Mill Lane, we add in this station here. Okay. So we're slowly but surely getting there. Okay, that's good. And then if we zoom out, so this line is coming here and going down here, going back, and this line is running a circle here, a fairly short line. So the next line, I think, should be running out this way and going up here. How are we going to do this? Maybe come down here, or maybe join this road here and then come back here. Something like that. I just want this part of the city to be connected. Let's do it this way. We add some more roads here. Let's go here. 4 lane. We want this and that. And then we have a nice circle. We can run here, up here, here, down here, and then all this part of the city gets interconnected. That's perfect. So let's place down some huts and then make the line. Okay, since we have so many tram lines here, I'm gonna put down 2 depots. Let's do a bus depot and a tram depot. And then we can feed into the system fairly quickly. So we start with trams. So we have this new line now that I've just created. Not a big line, it's just running in a small circle here. But I do think it's gonna help. So this is line 7A and B. So now always the big decision, what kind of trams do we think we need? 43, 37, 54, 45, 32. Let's maybe go for this one. 37? I think that should be okay. Or shall we go for 43? Let's go for the smaller one for now. It's a short line. Let's do 4. We want them to be looked after. And this is tram line 7A. And tram line 7B. Let's start the game. So here they are. And this should all now come together. Right, what next? We have, I think if we look at it, this part of the city is pretty well covered. All of this is covered, this is covered. The train station covers this part here. It's unfortunate. Are we gonna get away? Traffic is not so bad on this road. Maybe we can just put a bus line down here. And also, the way I see it, there's no connection between this part and this part. So the railway line is cutting this in 2 halves. So that's no good. So let's have a line run from here. Maybe up this road. And then across here. And then we come here and feed into this system. So then at least we have a north-south connection. And I think for this, we're gonna go bus this time. So once again, let's go to building, passenger, and let's start building some bus stops. So let's come up here. And then here. And here. Let's go downtown for sure. And then we need to feed into this system. So we come back on this road. And then we turn around. And then we come back down. The question is, once we are back at the hub, shall we go the other way as well? I think for the time being, no. So let's create this route. New line. It's gonna be, well, that's the question. Shall we share? Yeah, let's share the bus stop here. So gonna come here. Yeah, let's share that one. Come up here. Here. Down that way. Let's go up here. Here. No, actually, no. We want to go downtown, so we go here. Don't need number 9. Here, and then we turn around. Turn around this way. I made a mess now. 14. Why is there 14? We don't want that. It's auto saving. Patience. Okay. And then we come back here. And down here. And then we're back here. somehow I don't think we need two lines running in opposite directions, because this is basically a there and back. And for that we don't need two lines running in the same direction. The only thing I can see here between 11 and 12, let's add this one. Yeah. Okay, that's good. What bus line is this? It would be bus line 5. Okay. Bus line 5. What color? We don't have a blue yet, a deep blue, so we'll do that. And then again, we need to decide what kind of buses we're going to buy. Actually, we're going to stop this. There's no need to go any further. 25, 45, 48, 45, 21, 30. Is this route going to be busy? That's the question. Let's go for this one. We haven't used this one. And let's do 6. Yeah, let's start with 6. Bus line 5. Hopefully that's enough. So here they come. Actually, you know what? Since this is a blue line, let's color them blue. Yeah, that looks nicer. So here we have our hub getting busy, which is nice to see. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I really don't like the look of this. Let's start with something very basic and see if we can... does that look better if we do this? Not sure. Okay, I've spent some time here. I mean, still work in progress. There's still a lot of stuff missing. I'm actually not quite sure about these roofs. I just wanted something that, you know, makes it a bit more interesting. Maybe we'll put in something else, because with these stations here it looks a bit silly. But anyway, this is what we have for now. Like I said, there's still bits missing, so just ignore that for now. We just have a nice transport hub. So what else do we need to do? I mean, looking here, to be honest, at this moment in time, I'm not very optimistic about our public transport strategy. People are using it. It is popular. So this is the new bus line. But it doesn't seem to make a difference in terms of traffic. Maybe it's just a matter of time. And, you know, we need to have a proper network and everything going on here. Here on the S-Bahn, we now have 400 people waiting, which is a bit crazy because unfortunately this is the maximum length we have. This is the maximum train length we can have. So, and this line is already like full of trains. You can see that there's one leaving. The next one is here. Not quite sure how to deal with that, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's come up here then. So if we look at this part of the city, I do think we could do with another bus line here. So let's have a think about this. Maybe we'll come from here up here and run up here and then take the outer route and come back to the train station. For that, we will have to widen some more roads, I'm afraid. So let's see. How could we do this? This is gonna be tricky. We built ourselves in a bit here. Let's have a look. Yes, yes. We can widen this one, come up here, go out here, connect those, and then maybe come back down here, and then do this. Yeah, I think that could work. Right, let me place some bus stops and then we'll create a new line. Okay, and through the magic of editing, we already have a new line. So you can see it here. It's this green and white line that runs around here, comes down here, and goes back to this train station. So I think this part of town is completely covered now. That's excellent. All we need to do is buy some buses. Where's the nearest depot? There's one here. So what do we want? Oh no, this is the wrong kind of depot. We need a bus depot. Is this one? No. Well, let's just place one. So buildings, road depot. Let's put it here. Okay, what kind of bus do we want? This is more like an urban or suburban area. Can we get away with a small one like this? Maybe not. 18, 25, 17, 19. I'm gonna try this one. We'll get 6. And we're gonna see if that works. Bus line 7A. Bus line 7B. So buses are leaving. Very nice. And hopefully this now means that because all of this is covered by public transport, we should be fine. Down here, we only really have this area and this area we need to worry about. So I don't know how long this video is right now. I don't want it to get too long. So I think we're going to leave it here. And in the next episode, we're going to deal with this part. And then maybe we finally start thinking about how we're going to connect those two parts of the city without constantly having traffic jams here across the bridges. I'm actually not quite sure what the solution is. We have tram lines running. They are very busy, as we can see here. 75 people waiting, 82 waiting. I think this is beyond what buses and trams can do. I do think we're gonna need to think about an underground line that will connect those parts of the cities. Okay, and with that, I will leave it here. I will finish off here with our new transport hub. Once again, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, all the best. Bye-bye.